When I did my retrospective on our holiday special with the Muppets back in December, I mentioned that Lady Gaga has had a lot of interesting interactions with the Muppets over the course of her career, and that I had a few other videos planned discussing some of the other interesting things that she's done with them. And with her co-starring in the new Joker movie, which releases today, I thought it would be a great opportunity to return to the world of Lady Gaga and the Muppets. So, before you see her playing Harley Quinn, see her wearing Kermit skin. This one's gonna get interesting. Hello everybody, and welcome back to Mupptown Funk. I'm your host Ty, and on this episode of Muppet History Lesson, we're going to be doing a deep dive into the time Lady Gaga wore a dress made entirely out of plush Kermit the Frogs. On July 20th, 2009, Lady Gaga wore a dress made entirely out of plush Kermit the Frogs, designed by Moroccan designer and French nobleman Jean-Charles de Castelbajac. Castelbajac's previous work includes a coat made out of teddy bears, and this is a pretty similar concept. And despite typically being referred to as the Kermit dress, it is more so a coat. Something that's easier to see when you see these images of a model wearing it. Of course, in this image, it's much more open, and the way Lady Gaga wore it just made it look like she was fully encased in a bunch of Kermits. In addition to the Kermit coat, the same designer also created a Kermit choker and a little Kermit hairpiece that you can see she also wears here to complete the look. These pieces actually had the whites of the eyes and inside of the mouths bedazzled, those poor Kermits, something that you could once again see more clearly on this model. I would just love to know how much all of this costs to make, how many different Kermits were purchased. It's all the same Kermit plush over and over and over again. I'd also love to know what Kermit plush exactly this was. And while I did try to look into it, unfortunately, I couldn't really match any real Kermit plushes to the ones present here. There are, of course, so many different plushes of him out there, so if you have any leads, definitely let me know in the comments. Lady Gaga wore the Kermit dress on a TV show called Punk'd 6, a morning show that airs on the RTL2 network in Germany, a network that she actually did commercial bumpers for in 2009 and 2011. Why she did bumpers for a German TV station, I don't know. I think she's made it pretty clear that she doesn't speak German.
I don't speak German, but I can if you like.
Now, why wear the Kermit dress? Was it just a wacky costume for the sake of being wacky? Well, like many of Lady Gaga's more iconic outfits, the Kermit dress actually had a deeper meaning behind it. The Kermit dress was actually worn as a statement against wearing furs, as she claimed it looked like, quote, a bunch of dead Muppets. So, what better way to prove that than by literally wearing a bunch of dead Muppets? Now, I wanted to play some clips from this interview, but unfortunately it's all dubbed over in German.
My friends and I in New York.
Genau so leben meine Freunde und ich in New York.
While Lady Gaga hasn't worn the Kermit dress again, it has made a few other appearances over the years. It appeared alongside several iconic outfits on a rotating closet set as part of the Born This Way ball from 2012 to 2013. It's one of the many outfits you can see while she performs the song Fashion of His Love. In 2013, it would be put up on display in one of many art pop pop-up shops that would be made to promote her next album, Art Pop, which I talked all about in my video about her Muppet special. Here you can see it alongside several other iconic outfits, like the rifle bra from the Alejandro video. A drawn version of the Kermit dress even made an appearance in the infamous Lisa Goes Gaga episode of The Simpsons. You can see it here. Unfortunately, following the pop-up shops in 2013, I couldn't find another time that the Kermit dress was put up on display. And while Lady Gaga currently has a Vegas residency, which displays a ton of her costumes, this doesn't seem to be one of them. Considering all of these older outfits have been preserved, even the meat dress, which I'd assume you have to keep in some sort of freezer most of the time, I think it's safe to assume that the Kermit dress is still out there and it just hasn't been put on display recently. But a week before wearing the Kermit dress, Lady Gaga would appear wearing an animal skirt on July 13th, 2009, also designed by Castelbajac. And while it seems she did have a performance that night, unfortunately, I don't believe she performed anything in the animal dress. A real missed opportunity, if you ask me. Lady Gaga would wear a few other outfits designed by Castelbajac over the years, but unfortunately, none of those have been Muppet-themed. And while several other celebrities over the years have worn Muppet-themed costumes, most of them have been for Muppet-themed productions. And I don't think we've ever really hit the peak insanity that we hit with the Kermit dress ever again. With the exception of the time Snoop Dogg dressed up as the Count for Halloween. That's probably the greatest thing I've ever seen. You know, originally I was gonna have this video feature a whole segment on other celebrities wearing Muppet-themed clothing, but unfortunately I had a pretty strict time frame to get this one done. I think I'll be covering that at a later date since I think it's still a really fun topic. And with Halloween being at the end of the month, maybe I'll circle back around and talk about Muppet clothing again at some point very, very soon. But for now, I'd like to say thank you all so much for watching this episode of Muppet History Lesson. Let me know which of the Muppet-themed dresses here you prefer. I'll see you guys next time. Bye now. And if you need me, I'm off to go make my own outfit made entirely out of Grover plushes. So, see you later.